Today's the second day of trial for Hunter Biden here today in Wilmington, Delaware, and the jury heard pretty compelling testimony from two witnesses, the first being ex-wife of Hunter Biden named Kathleen, and Zoe Kestan, who is a woman who he met in New York City and dated for several months around the time that he bought the gun at the center of this case here. His ex-wife testified that she remembered confronting him after finding a crack pipe in the porch of their house next to an ashtray, and it confirmed her suspicions that her husband had been using drugs for some time. She testified that he admitted that he had been using cocaine, and that she also testified that she found crack pipes in his car about a dozen times, which was concerning for her for many reasons, not just beyond her husband's health, but also the fact that their daughters were borrowing the car at times, so she wanted to check and remove them. Later, the jury heard testimony from Zoe Kestan, who, again, met him at a strip club where she worked part-time. They spent a lot of time in hotel rooms. She testified about trying to help him get off drugs or encourage him to get off drugs, but also said that basically every time they met and spent time in hotel rooms, he was using crack cocaine. The third and last witness today was Kunzelman, who is the gun store clerk or employee who sold the gun to Hunter Biden at the center of this case. Again, remember, he's charged with lying on a form that he filled out when he said that he was not an active user or active drug abuser. Mr. Cleveland remembered seeing him come in and remembered the details of the sale. He said he didn't know that it was, the president's son that he was selling the gun to at the time. But he also testified that everything on the form was written out by Hunter Biden himself, and that he had no hand in actually filling out the answers for him, which is sort of a key question for the jury to consider as they decide the guilt or innocence of Hunter Biden in this case. His testimony is going to resume tomorrow on the third day of the trial, and it's possible we might actually see the end of the trial, or the end of the government's case tomorrow. They may rest their case tomorrow after several more small witnesses, and then it'll be up to the defense to decide how to present their case. We don't know much about that yet. Tomorrow is the third day of the trial. It was going to resume with testimony from the gun store clerk. I think they're almost done with him. And then then the prosecution has about 6 more witnesses they're going to call before they decide to rest their case in chief. And then after that, it'll be up to Hunter Biden's lawyers to decide how they want to present a defense. First Lady Jill Biden was here again today for the third straight day to support her son, as well as his Hunter Biden's wife. They sat next to each other once again in the courtroom today. She left a few minutes early, but she was here all day to support her son, or most of the day to support her son again.